Hello, you're back with TechCrunch. I'm Mike Butcher.
I'm Lora Kolodny.
I'm artisanal pickle maker John Shieber.
And we've been reviewing what's been happening this morning here at TechCrunch Disrupt New York, here in Red Hook in Brooklyn. And so anything particular been standing out for you, John, so far?
Well, I gotta tell you, I'm welcoming the coming of our robot overlords and Viv. I thought Viv was incredible. That technology is amazing. That's like next level AI.
The software that writes itself?
Well, it's the software that writes itself. It allows you to like sort of remote, you can talk to it and it'll order you pizza, it slices, it dices, it does everything.
It was a very good demonstration, wasn't it? An actual fact, and you don't really see real live demos happening very often. What about other things that stood out? We had Skim talking about their millennial newsletter, we had Giphy on stage talking about how they're going to monetize GIFs. Also, we had a very interesting use of phraseology via VC, which involved bodily parts.
I was intrigued that Trias Might, our colleague Anthony Ha, could not get the IAB to make peace with the maker of AdBlocker Plus.
Yes, there was a real face-off
well,
there.
There's a lot of tension there, right? And the other thing that was interesting to me is just the EFF guys calling out how terrible security is in the Internet of Things and how that's going to be a nightmare going forward.
Yes.
That's just insane. I mean, when you think about the proliferation and profusion of devices that are coming online and how no one knows how to lock it down.
Yes, it'll be useful when the NSA manages to hack your heart rate and see what's going on. And also, after the break, we'll be having some great stuff with Foursquare, who are obviously the quintessential New York startup.
Right.
I'm interested in the update. I mean, it's challenging times. I think they have a lot to defend, frankly, to a skeptical audience.
Yeah. That's rumoredly there was a down round last time.
Well, I mean, they've had a tough go of it. I mean, I think they're looking for where the business goes next, and they don't. I'm interested to see what they say about what happens there.
And also, after lunch, we'll also be having the List app.
The List app, that is fascinating. It's sort of the idea of the listicle, but like, you know, I think actually what's more interesting about that to me is not just the app, which we're already familiar with and has been kind of buzzy, but BJ Novak is in attendance from The Office. He played Ryan on The Office, and that guy's going to be fascinating. I mean, celebrities bring a totally different perspective to this whole tech scene, and I'm looking forward to hearing what he has to say about all this.
He's really kicking off what will be a week of celebrity, star-studded sightings here at Disrupt. You're going to be talking to Carmelo Anthony later,
That's right. New York Knicks forward Carmelo Anthony, but this session is today, the BJ Novak one. So.
And we also had, flipping back to this morning, we had the drone discussion from Parrot Drone, which was so many French accents in the room. It was unbelievable.
Is that a first for TechCrunch Disrupt?
I don't think, certainly one first for New York, definitely.
Indeed.
In London, it's more European.
Well, I still, one of my favorite interviews is Roman's interview with the BlaBlaCar guy from a while ago. That was amazing. There's so much Gallic in the air. It was so amazing. I just wanted a baguette after that.
It's wonderful, but no, very interesting to see that Parrot is pivoting into this sort of big agricultural drones, these big data kind of approach. Very interesting to see their approach there.
Well, I think you'll see a lot of that going forward, right? So drones are the big use case for drones where I think it's going to take off is ag and like oil and gas, construction.
Yeah.
Eventually, they're talking about combining drones with 3D printing deposition to actually print a building from the ground up.
And what other things have you guys been around the startup alley today at all?
Yeah, absolutely.
I took a stroll.
You know what's fun is visiting with some of the companies that you wouldn't expect to see at a tech conference. Like there's a business here from Austin called the Sock Club. And you know, they make you custom socks for your company's marketing materials, or they have a Sock of the Month club, hence Sock Club. But I was talking to them a little bit about their take on Uber, which has just shut down in Austin due to some regulatory clash.
Yeah, big story.
But I was surprised to learn how much tech goes into getting socks made.
Right.
I mean, especially custom, you know. But
well, and what's amazing is that we've done this for the first time here in Brooklyn, but we're having local entrepreneurs and makers of a different sort also present as well. And it's been nice to see the community come out and actually support us with the event. And we're sort of displaying some of the entrepreneurs that are making things that you wouldn't expect to see at a tech conference, like whiskey, like slate plates for your cheese and things like that. Just getting the community involved has been a nice touch.
And it makes the conference more delicious.
It is. The food is fantastic here, I must admit. It's definitely better than some other events we might have run in the past. Lastly, the Battlefield will be coming up after lunch as well. I don't know if you guys have seen many of the companies. Give us a little hint, maybe a flavour of.
Well, for me,
of what's
this is all
coming up.
going to be a debut. They're all debuting for the first time, but that's what's exciting about this event is that you get to see some of these really hot young startups that are just
Any
getting off the
particular
ground.
genres stand out?
Well, you know,
topics?
I'm nerdy about this stuff. I like AI.
Yeah,
I really love
yeah,
AI.
AI is going to be a big theme this year, I can imagine.
You know, at the hackathon, it was sort of the year of speech to text in
Right.
AI.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm wondering, you know, of the companies that have made it this far to get to the Battlefield, you know, they're more curated. It's not just projects being hacked up in 24 or 48 hours. So I'm curious to see if the same themes will emerge on the Battlefield.
Well, certainly I'm looking forward to that. But from us here on the floor at Startup Alley, see you later.
All right.